What's up YouTube? It's Thursday, so we're doing some Pokemon distribution card videos. So this one is going to be on Arceus. Now this Arceus was actually a really cool event. I'm going to be doing a double video on this tonight because it does entail a couple more things than just getting the Arceus. Anyway, so this was the Toys R Us event Arceus from 2009. It was available in America, Japan, Australia, and Europe in 2010. Just a little capture of what I'm doing. I had another DS there with the actual card in it distributing, and on the other DS I'm just changing around the actual date and everything so the Arceus can spawn on the game. So just booting up my copy of Pokemon Pearl here. You can run it on Pokemon Pearl, Diamond, and Platinum as well. So I just connected that one. It was actually quite fun to open up some of my old save files. So with this one, the Arceus is just going to spawn there, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. I haven't got the bottom screen set up properly. It's my bad. But there's the Arceus, and this is what the Wonder card looks like that it comes with. Let me just put that up on the screen now. Just a little bit more background information. So with this one, it can become any nature. It was an in real life event too. And it can also be sent to Platinum, and it can be sent to Heart Gold and Soul Silver for two special events. One more, a little bit more entertaining than the other one, but I will go through what those ones are. All right, so anyway, let's boot up my Pokemon Pearl version. It's been a while. I think I've done absolutely everything on this game. So that's what the event Wonder card looks like anyway. November 8, 2009. So this was for this particular event. It was from the 7th to the 15th, 2009 for the American one. The other dates vary for the other countries, but this is what the US one was. All right, so in this you have to go to a mart, a little bit different than the other ones. I was kind of used to going to the Pokemon Center. All right, anyway, so you're going to go into the mart and talk to this guy here in the green, and he'll just give you your Arceus, and then we're going to have a look what moves it's got. It's got some special moves that it actually normally can't get, which is really cool. And I can get unlimited ones of this if I keep changing my save file. Obviously, I wouldn't change this save file, but I've got another blank 4th gen game that I can use. So the OT is true, true skills. On this one, you can see it's the Pokemon event, level 100. The nature is Impish, which I can definitely get a better one. You get Roite Berry, but obviously you can't transfer full items. You can't even get that berry in Sun and Moon now. And it's in a Cherish Ball. Comes with Judgment, Roar of Time, Spatial Rend, and Shadow Force. So that's really cool because definitely Shadow Force is a special move on it too. Plus, I want to go over some movesets on Arceus. There's quite a couple you can do. I've got a sore throat at the moment. I hope I'm not getting a cold, but it's going to really annoy me the whole time. Anyways, so the ribbon that it's got is the classic ribbon, and that's the only one that it gets. However, as I mentioned before, after this video, probably like in a couple of hours, I'm going to put the second bit of this video out. Now, when you transfer this Arceus to Platinum, you actually get you get given a flame plate, and you get sort of like a history lesson on the Arceus. However, if you send it to Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you actually get more event Pokemon from that. So that's really cool, but I definitely need another video to do all that because I'm going to go through getting all three of them, and there's actually a little like movie cut scene on that. So make sure you, if you haven't seen that one already, you definitely should stick around for that one a little bit later. But let's get to this one anyway. I'm going to try and do like a moveset from the moves that we already have, but then I can probably suggest a couple of other ones too. So obviously, normally it gets Judgment. That's like its signature move that it's known for. And we have Roar of Time as the 4th gen special, and we've also got Spatial Rend as the 4th gen special as well, and we've also got Shadow Force as the 4th gen special too. So that's really cool. Those moves are all really cool. You could, especially on the Sword Dance, E-Speed would work really, really nicely on that one too. Of course, it gets it via level, which is unfortunate, but it's already level 100. But you definitely could send it over regardless and do that. So with this one, you could run, well, let's say we're not going to run Roite Berry because that's not going to work too well, and you can't use it at the moment. You could run Power Herb, Shadow Force. That could work. The fact is, these are physical moves and special moves, so it'd be a mixed Arceus. So that could, I don't know, you could potentially run like max special attack, max attack, and just rely on just its bulk and base speed if you wanted to, or you could give it a plate. That could work as well. But the usual set with Arceus, like the normal Arceus, if we're going to have a look at normal Arceus, just like Sword Dance, E-Speed, and Shadow Force would be nice too. You can also, like, some people tend to opt to run Shadow Claw in there, so you don't have that, like, one turn of doing nothing. But you definitely could run Shadow Force in there for more power. Like, it's got 120 base power, so it's really, really powerful too. Now, if you wanted to run... what else would you run? Probably you'd probably stick Earthquake on there as well. That'd be just for the best coverage I'd see for Arceus. Now for the special set, you could run. You just run max health, max special attack. The good thing is it'll already level 100, so you can bottle cap them up, which is nice. So really, you only need a soft reset for the nature, which is very, very handy. So this was definitely a cool event because. Not only could you get the Arceus, you could get those other Pokemon too. Now, those events do not trigger unless it's this specific Arceus. So, when I say this specific Arceus, I mean the one that from US, America, Japan, Australia. Australia actually got something, what? And Europe was in 2010 though. That was the only difference for that one. And when you send it to Platinum, you didn't really get much, but when you send it to Heart Gold, Soul Silver, you actually got the level 1 Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. But I'm going to do a full video on that afterwards, and I'm going to provide some movesets on them too, hopefully, and it should be a nice little blast from the past. But anyway, that was a physical one. Let's have a look at a special one. So let's say we go with a special Arceus, and let's say we soft reset it and got Modest Nature, which would be cool for that. We could definitely use Spatial Rend. That'd be pretty cool. You wouldn't run Roar of Time on it. That's a really, really bad move. But it'd be like, obviously I've got a couple already. I kept the event, so like untouched. But if I wanted to make them into competitive sets, I'd get rid of Roar of Time. If I wanted a Dragon type move, I'd keep Spatial Rend, because that would be that would be more superior, and it would be more superior to like Draco Meteor as well. Absolutely, most definitely. Like you wouldn't have any special attack drops or anything along those lines. So. But once again, very difficult to get a hold of too. It also has a critical hit chance too, which is nice. Now, other moves you could run on it. So we have it depends. You could run let's say we put a Draco plate on it, because we want that stab, baby. we want that stab, which would be kind of terrible in Ubers, but we got Sludge Bomb, right? We got Sludge Bomb as a special move, so we could use that as well. That would be a nice poison type move to hit fairies. So we got Spatial Rend, Sludge Bomb. That's going nicely. Let's have a look what other coverage we got. It's got a lot of special moves. Just having a look at some of the old tutors it got. I remember actually doing some of these. Well, you could. You probably go for like the most highest base power moves that have the best coverage against all the Pokemon. Like you could run something like. I know that it gets Fire Blast. That would be a good option too. You could, instead of running Sludge Bomb, you could run Flash Cannon as well. It can have Focus Miss. That's another decent move you could run on it. Like high risk, though high reward kind of move. But yeah, that's if you want to run a Draco Plate Arceus. Like I probably wouldn't personally recommend that. Mostly normal or Steel type Arceus are pretty good. Kind of depends on the meta though and what's in there. But let's have a look. It gets a lot of it gets Draco Meteor, Overheat. They're both like really powerful moves, but you got to have that special attack drop. So you could even run White Herb on there if you wanted to, really. But I think that's about all for Arceus. It's got so many moves. You could run like a bulky one, if you look at its moves, right, I'm pretty sure it gets Recover by level, so you could easily run a bulky one, like a defensive wall, a special defensive wall. It gets Toxic, let's have a look, get some support moves like Tailwind, via 6th Gen Tutor. It gets some good moves. It gets Will-O-Wisp. It even gets Trick Room, which is cool. I mean, it is the guide of all Pokemon, so you'd suggest it gets pretty good moves. It gets Cosmic Power, which is nice. Calm Mind, so it can be a bulky sweep or a tank. It can be so many things. It's a very, very good Pokemon. And that's for sure. But anyways, as I was saying, I think that's everything about this Arceus event. Now, I may give this one away in a giveaway too. I've got to obviously soft reset for enough of them. I've got some of them, but I've got to do a hell of a lot more if I want to. Now this one, I will put up getting the level 1 Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, and how about doing that. I actually personally haven't recorded it to now, which is really nice. I was able to record it in high quality with the capture device and everything. This is really cool. And there's a cool little cinematic in there too. You got to watch that one. It's actually quite interesting. But that'll be up a couple of hours after this one, and probably like, I don't know, three or so hours afterwards. And I'm hoping I don't get a cold, because I'm kind of, I only just got over a cold, so I'm hoping I don't get another one this close to Ultra Sun and Moon too. I think that's everything to do with the event. I'm just having a quick look over it right now. But I'm not really going to cover in the next video about the sending it to Platinum. Basically, all that happens, right, is you get a big long speech from you go to the Orbera mine. I hope I said that correctly. And you just speak to a hiker, and he'll give you like a big spiel about everything. And as I said, he'll give you a flame plate as well. But it's not really that interesting. So if you did actually get this event, you can trade it over to Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and you can do something really cool with it. It's just like extra in the game. And at the time, like, I wasn't aware of this, like, all the way back then. Like, I didn't have access to this event, but later on I did. So that was really cool to be able to get that. But yeah, if anyone does have enough interest in me giving this away, I don't mind giving that away. I just gotta have to restart the game a lot of times, and I might be able to give like multiples away for people. But that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and have another video later on. Should be a pretty casual one like this. All right, peace.